Hi, welcome to today's session. We're going to have part A and part B today. We're doing 2 rounds of each. In part A, we're working with biceps curls into strict presses, or if your weights are heavy, push presses. Our second movement is going to be a hollow hold into a bicycle crunch, and then the third one is our usual triceps dip, but this time we're going to use a weight which we're going to place over our hips. After 2 rounds of this, we're going to rest a little bit, and we're going to go into 2 rounds of push-ups, side plank dips into side V-ups, and then finally tricep extensions. I'm going to show you each movement. I'm going to show you the scaling options, so there is no excuse. You can absolutely join with a kettlebell, with a dumbbell, with a barbell, or even lighter and heavier weights. All right, let's start with our warm-up. I'd like you to go ahead and do 15 shoulder pass-throughs using a broomstick or a band. If you have none of them, then 15 big shoulder or arm circles, the ones that we used to do in primary school. All right, some big arm circles. Alright, if you started reverse, now you're going to go forward for another 15. If you're doing shoulder press throughs, you're essentially working on both sides, so you're fine. Alright, and then we're going to reach into the ceiling with one arm. Really press into it, feel the stretch all the way down your side. And the other side, we're going for 10 in total, 5 each side. Shake off the arms, and then you're going to take one arm. I'm starting with the right arm. Put it behind your neck. Your elbow is right up here. And then you're going to help with the other arm. Press down that elbow. You should be feeling a slight stretch along your tricep. Hold it there for a little bit. And keep breathing. Alright, other side. And then we bring it forward, hold the elbow, or push against it. Other side. And shake it off. Good. We're going to go for 5 walkouts. At the end of each walkout, you're going to go for 2 shoulder taps and a push-up. 5 reps in total at your own pace. Take your time. No need to rush here. If you need to, you can perform these push-ups on your knees, or you can do hand release push-ups instead. So I'm going to show you the next rep with the scaling option. Walk it out. Your hip stays facing forward, hold it tight, and then you can go for push-up. Back up into your plank. Walk yourself back up. Walk your way up. Shoulder taps. And then hand release. And 2 more. And relax, shake it off. Good. And if you have a yoga mat, now it's time to lay down on it. Otherwise, just try to get comfy on the floor. And we're gonna go for dead bugs. You're gonna extend the legs, extend the arms, shoulder blades off the floor. Crunch up here in the middle, and then you're gonna start with opposite legs, opposite arm. Just extend it, hold it tight. You're essentially in a hollow hold here. And bring it back up. Only one arm and one leg is moving at a time. We're gonna go for 10 in total, 5 each side. Let's go. And relax. Good. Because of the presses, push-ups and everything that is coming, I would also like to work a little bit on your wrists. So you're gonna get down to all fours and you're gonna make sure that your wrists are right under your shoulders. Just like this. And then toes are pointed, not flexed, pointed. You're gonna sit all the way back and then shoot forward. Try to have your shoulders pass through the hands without lifting the hands off the floor. And sit back. We're going for 10 of these, nice and slow. Shake it up. Set up the same way, but now the fingertips are facing outwards to the sides. Then we're shifting from side to side, shoulders and right above the wrists the whole time. You're just shifting your weight 20 times in total, 10 each side. And relax. And the last one, probably the most uncomfortable one, you're gonna get on top of your hands. Starting right in front of the knees. So fingertips are touching the knees. And just hold it. And then if this feels okay, I'd like you to start squeezing the hands as if you squeeze the sponge in this position 3 times. This was okay. Take a step out with both hands. Now the hands are right around, just under the shoulders. And you're going to squeeze again. 3 times. If you can, take another step out. Now the hands are in front of the shoulders. And now you try to follow the hands with the shoulders, applying the most pressure so far on the wrist. And then you're going to give it 3 squeezes. Mind me the whole time my arms are straight, okay? If you're here, don't force it. Stop at the previous stage and try to extend the arms. The arms are out and squeeze. Okay, after 3, shake it off. Give it a few wrist circles, get the blood flowing again. Let's go for 10 hollow rocks just to make sure that everything is nicely activated here. Let's look at part A. So, our movement. We're starting with curls to presses, then hollows to bike crunches, and then triceps dips with a weight. Okay, so let's look at those curls to presses first. If you have a kettlebell, that is an okay weight for you to do strict presses with. You're gonna go ahead and give me your best biceps curl. There's no hip movement here. Everything is stiff. You're standing steadily, firm on the ground. You're just gonna curl your arm up from here. Take a big breath. Squeeze everything. Tuck in the tailbone. Press down the rib cage. And then you're gonna press up all the way next to your ear, all the way up. You can't see my hand anymore. But I think you get the idea. And on the way back, you lower it down to the shoulder. And then all the way back down. You're working just as much on the way down from that curl and you're working up. So don't rush this. Spend time under tension. We are getting stronger here. So curl and press. If your weight is too heavy to perform this with the single equipment you have, then you're gonna go ahead and do 10 curls with 2 hands, just like this. And then right after 10, without a break, you're gonna get into presses. I'm gonna try to show it from each side. So once you're done with the 10 curls, you go straight into presses. All right, this is what it's gonna look like with a kettlebell. If you have a dumbbell and an okay weight, it looks the same as it looked with the kettlebell. So you're gonna curl, press. If it's too heavy, you're gonna go ahead, curl either this way or by holding the hand 10 times, and then you're gonna go into pressing it 10 times. If you have 2 lighter weights, either kettlebells or dumbbells, then you're gonna go ahead and perform double kettlebell or dumbbell movements, curls into presses. Try to go nice and slow. The slower you go, the heavier it will feel. Okay, and finally, if you have a barbell, you're gonna go ahead and do 10 curls in the middle, just as if you were working with one heavy kettlebell or dumbbell. You're gonna go for 10 curls, just like this. Your hands should be right around shoulder width apart. And the stance is the same. Hip width, well, it's anywhere in between hip width and shoulder width, but probably a bit narrower. Squeeze the bum, press down the rib cage, big breath in, and curl up and down. There's no momentum coming from the hips. Once you're done with that, you regrip, bring it up to the shoulder, squeeze everything, and press. If you find your weights just simply too heavy for strict presses, then you're gonna go ahead and do push presses, also with the single equipment. So you're gonna dip, drive, and receive for each of the presses. All right, I'd like you to go ahead and just do 5 reps on each side, or if we're working with one equipment in the middle, then only 5 reps with that. See how the weight feels, just to have an idea if you need to adjust the number of reps or anything else. I'm gonna go ahead and do that with a kettlebell now. Just 5 reps on each side, or 5 in the middle. And relax. Next one is our hollow to bicycle crunch. You get down on the floor. And we're gonna start by getting up into a hollow hold. And then from here, you're gonna go crunch, crunch, extend back to a hollow, crunch, crunch, extend, crunch, extend, and then anytime you need to break, you can, but ideally you don't, or you don't spend too much time resting like I do now. So the whole time you're up in your hollow, this is the receiving end of the movement, or your receiving position. Once you've done your bicycle crunches, where you want to touch the elbow to the opposite knee, and you want both of them to travel the same distance, meeting right in the middle, 1 and 2, you extend back into your hollow. You're gonna do 10 of those. I'm probably gonna break down very, very fast. And then we have our triceps dips with the weights. Again, it kind of depends on what weights you have. You can perform this without any. Then you can play around with your leg distance. I'll show you in a second. So you're gonna need a chair. You're gonna need a chair or the side of the couch or something that you can lean against. You're gonna place your hands on it. The closer your feet are to the bench or chair, the easier the movement is. I'm gonna take my weight. So if you're going without weights, your easiest option is going to look like this. Dip and drive. One step further out is going to be a little bit harder. And the most difficult version will be your legs all the way extended, all the way out, and pressing. Now, if you want to, you can add some weight to any of these versions. I'd like you to try and go for 5 of your chosen variation. so this is going to be part A. We have 2 rounds of everything. Alright, if you're ready, let's get started. I'll show you part B once we get there. At your own pace, keep in mind, faster is not better here. Doing 10 each side, right? Okay, down to our hollows. Whoa. It's good that it's only 2 rounds. Okay. And our dips. And we're resting for a minute. round 2. I lost count. I'll do 2 more. I should be fine. Okay, part A finished. Resting for 2 minutes-ish, or as long as it takes me to show you what's coming. And then we're gonna get into part B. First one, I don't think needs to be shown, but let's talk about it. It's gonna be 10 push-ups of the most difficult one that you can do. And if you have some push-ups like I do, but they're not fantastic just yet, struggle through this, okay? It's only 2 rounds of 10. Doesn't need to be unbroken. I'll try to get through them. I want to work on my push-ups. I just really don't like to, so I'm technically taking an advantage of you guys, programming something that I don't have to do on camera to keep myself accountable. If you're not nearly close to it, go for handleless push-ups or incline push-ups. If push-ups are nothing to you, then you're gonna go ahead and elevate your feet. So, those of you who are not going to do regular push-ups, you can go for the handleless ones, just like we did in the warm-up, starting from a plank position, lowering yourself down, one piece, all the way down. You go up the hands, squeeze everything, hold it tight, press back up. Or you can go for incline push-ups. There are no knee push-ups here. Incline one is going to be a version where you elevate your upper body. So use a chair or any other sturdy furniture. And you want to make sure that you're working for quality here. Chest always touches the surface of that equipment. And I want you to keep your elbows close to your body. Imagine that you're holding a piece of paper under your armpits and you don't want to let go. Imagine you're holding money there. Alright, so squeeze everything, chest to the bench, and then press back up. If you are super duper at push-ups and 10 push-ups will be nothing, then you're going to go ahead and do the opposite of this, which I'm not even going to try to demonstrate, but I'm going to show you the starting position. You're going to have your feet up on top, and you're going to go for elevated push-ups, just like this. If you're someone who's working on like strict handstand push-ups or something, feel free to go for them. Just pick the most difficult version of, or the most difficult push-up version that you have right now. All right, next one, side dips to V-ups. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. So you're gonna lay down on the floor into a side plank. Down on your elbow, and then everything is nice and slow here, just like previously. You're gonna raise the hip, lower it back down, rotate in, and go for a half, like partial V-up. Then you rotate forward, rotate back, and up. Okay, we're gonna do it both sides, 10 and 10 each round. And then finally, some tricep extensions. This is again, it's gonna depend a little bit on what kind of weights you have at home. If you have a kettlebell that is light enough and you can perform this with, it's awesome. You're gonna go ahead and do them standing. Just like this, and extend. Hold everything tight and extend. Same with a dumbbell, or you can hold onto your barbell and do the extension. If the weights you have at home are too heavy to perform these, and you're gonna lay down on the floor, have the weight above your head, and you're gonna pull it forward. Hold everything tight, lower back is planted into the ground. You're not arching here. And then you're gonna go ahead, bring it forward, pause above your belly button, and then lower it back down. Also, here you're working on the way back as well, so make sure to make as much out of this as you can. You can also do this even if the weights are light enough. Maybe this feels safer or better. Choice is yours. Let's start. Part B, 2 rounds. We're starting with 10 push-ups. the side planks. 10 each side. Alright, once you're done with your first round, we're resting for a minute and then we go one more time. Alright, let's go. Round 2. once you're done with your second round, you are done with this workout. I'm already feeling it. I do hope you do too, and it's not just coming from my past soreness. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear from you if you've been seeing or feeling results of these little like upper body and core sessions. I definitely do. This is why I keep doing them, and I do hope that you get something out of it too. I'll see you next time, and get your running shoes ready. Have a nice day.